Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to today's Love and Action Daily Boost. I'm going to actually close the door to the studio so that we can move forward together in peace. I want to open today with AMB, Adrienne Maree Brown. The book is Emergent Strategy, and the piece is Love is an Emergent Process. I stand before my love and let the tendrils unfurl. In every direction, I am whole and becoming. Time is one instance, examining itself, mirrors, seeing each other, and blushing into eternity. I am the ant who carries grandfather to the grave. In my palms, you lift the next day meal. Enough for everyone we know. We love in this rhythm, leaving home and returning on the wind. Love can't look away from itself, vibrating in the cell, fluttering breathless into sustained migration. I feel you like dust feels water and remembers the home galaxy. It appears nothing is new, never was, and nothing is truly massive when seen in its wholeness. Until I took this breath, repeating the miracle I didn't know I would say it, could not have known. I look to the sky, taste the wind on my tongue, and fling myself into the pattern when I forget. When I think the end is near, I realize my insignificance, as important as yours, and begin to love again. Oh my goodness. And when I think the end is near, I realize my insignificance, as important as yours, and begin to love again. Page 92, Emergent Strategy, to start off tonight. Moving forward, I've got some catch up to do because of life. Let's go back into day 6 of last week, and then we'll push forward into the present. Last week's theme, for those of you who are paying attention over the holidays, it was vulnerable honesty. The author writes on day 6, thank God being cold, harsh, brass, and flippant is finally on the way to becoming passé. Vulnerable honesty is coming back in style. The gratitude focus was that we can be grateful whenever we catch ourselves being defensive, when we take the time to be vulnerable instead. We'll learn to combine vulnerability with taking care of ourselves. Guaranteed, there's a lot more strength in vulnerability than there is in force. And the two can be combined. And of course, that's where I left you all off the last time. The author then continues on day 7 to say, we don't have to run around the world dripping feelings, but every once in a while, a little sugar is nice. The prayer was, teach me the power of words that come from my heart. Teach me the power of words that come from my heart. All right, it's week 49. Week 49 is all about perspective. Happy December to those of you who celebrate Decembers. The author is leading us into perspective. Whenever other people say we've got to keep things in perspective, I wonder whose perspective they're talking about, mine or theirs. Perspective is more than a point of view. It's looking at things closely and looking from a distance. Sometimes what immediately appears to be a full-blown crisis later becomes a minor problem. Even later on, our perspective may change again. What was at first a full-blown crisis, then a problem, later becomes a blessing. Most of us have taken pictures with a camera. We can photograph something from different angles and different distances. The same object can look entirely different from far away than it does up close. Sometimes we watch a friend, loved one, acquaintance, or stranger experiencing a problem. We may judge them, think it's ridiculous, or not understand. Later on in life, when we find ourselves experiencing that problem, we begin to see it differently. That's because we're seeing it up close. There was a time when my point of view was the only way I saw each scene. When we watch a movie or read a book, we usually hear the story told from one person's point of view. When we're living our lives, we can get that way too. As we're working our way through all the scenes that make up our destiny, we can narrowly think the only main character is us and the only real point of view is ours. We each have different backgrounds, histories, intentions, goals, hopes, and dreams. We each have different feelings. We have different levels of history we draw on and our own problem solving skills. And each of us has at least a slightly different approach to life. We don't see things as they are, we see things as we are at any point in time. Perspective is the value of the week. Once again, we don't see things as they are. We see things as we are at any point in time. Oh my goodness. Let's reach back into yesterday, the last day of November, and talk about the crown chakra. That's all about our spiritual connection, purpose, and awareness. We root to rise throughout the week. It's all about asking questions like, how do I experience my connection to the divine or higher power? What practices help me feel spiritually connected and aligned? What do I believe is the purpose of my life? And how do I find meaning in my daily experiences and challenges? I don't believe that everything has to have meaning. I don't believe that there has to be meaning behind everything. Sometimes it's just what it is. I often do live streams over on TikTok, and sometimes I'll just call them "It Is What It Is," and it doesn't have to go anywhere. It doesn't have to make me famous. It doesn't have to make me wealthy. It doesn't have to even be known by the people on the block what I'm doing. It can just sometimes just be exactly what it is. And if you're not careful and not too careful, you'll find that what is can often be enough. You'll wake up one day and find that exactly what is will be enough. And then that will scare everyone because it's like, wait, do you not want more of everything and more from everybody? I'm like, no, it is what it is, and it is enough. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just that is a certain vibe that you can relax into, and that I am relaxing into, and it's wonderful. It just takes all of the bite and the bitterness out of life to just accept things as it is. I believe that people who are in their kingdom, queendom, in their royalty, just see the kingdom as it is and then rules accordingly. It's a good thing. It's a really good thing. Then on Sundays, we go right back down into our root chakra. The root chakra is known as Muladhara chakra. It involves exploring aspects related to stability, security, and our connection to the physical world. And it's important to remain grounded and connected to the physical. I know that a lot of people have imaginary best friends and people that talk to them and tell them what to do. And there's so many things to believe in, including Sky Daddy. But make sure that in the process of you relating to, praying to, believing in, having faith in Sky Daddy this week, that you also have a healthy relationship to the physical world, and that includes who you are in proximity to the people around you. That's why on Sundays, our mantra is I am. You're always being called to teach people how to treat you. And if you don't know who you are, they will certainly give you a mask. If you're not clear about who you are, they have a role for you to fill. And so it's important that you just get grounded. Here are some questions that can help you get grounded. Do you feel grounded and connected to the earth? How do you create a sense of stability and structure in your life? Is it like me returning back to Google Calendar and marking down large chunks of time or hour by hour so that I can get things accomplished? How do you create a sense of stability and structure in your life? In what ways do you nurture a sense of belonging and community? Is there a feeling from you that it's just everybody's out there and they're living their lives and they've got their groups and it's just there's no place for me? Or do you believe that you belong to humanity and also you belong to yourself and that also there's community or multiple communities for you to belong to? In what ways do you nurture that sense of belonging and community? And once again, you have so many people walking around in life just kind of like, I don't belong, I don't belong, I don't fit in, I don't fit in. But the question is, well, if you don't fit into what you've seen, is there something in the realm of your possibility that you could actually fit into? I think that's a question that we don't ask enough. Is like, where do I belong? Where do I fit? Where do I measure up? Where do I compete positively? You know, you should if you're out here in Trump's America needing to make money like me. Although I've heard that some of you are liars. Y'all go to the polls and say, I don't have money for eggs and cheese. And how is Kamala going to save me? And all of this. And then y'all have the biggest Black Friday in all of history. I don't know if y'all are starving or not, but when it comes time to give to Love and Action Network to raise this tour and tour transportation and all, I want y'all to Black Friday me. Dr. Flow Funds, dollar sign Dr. Flow Funds, because there's something's off. Y'all say, "Ooh, these groceries are high," and then have the biggest. Of course, that's how numbers work, though. And everything is inflated in the price, so of course it would be the biggest because the prices are ridiculous on everything, including the eggs. That's just math, right? We understand. Um, but y'all gonna show me the money in Love and Action Project 2025 because everybody's got a project to be happy, healthy, and free, and y'all got the money. Y'all are just directing it towards the things you want to. And I believe that our causes and the things that we're doing here are worth pursuing. I've given my life to this and it feels so good. Before I get out of here today, I'm going to go over to lovedandlovable.bio.link, 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 and I'm going to see that listed there are real-time team updates from Blue Sky. Those of our team members who are posting to Blue Sky, you'll see them all listed there and what they have to say and what they're offering to the world. There's also our events and RSVPs, which I promise that this week is the week that I'm going to actually update it and make things available again for you all to really, really tap into what we're doing here. Um, you can learn more about our programs and our coursework, our communications channels. You can participate in our store and buy our services there. If you're listening to the newsletter and the podcast, it's right there for you. You can audition and apply, meet the team, uh, check out our resources, donate today if you'd like. And if you are already inside our network and community, you can visit the support desk or go to live chat us right now. That felt yummy. On behalf of all of us in the network, Poppy Water 33, Tara Priolo Studio, and myself, Andre in the Flow, I want to thank y'all for being an amazing. It's been a crazy week end because of the holidays, but you all have been an amazing audience. That's a thought I wanted to complete. And hopefully, you'll go to the website or double tap on our content and feel the encouragement, the equipment, and the empowerment that we want to offer to the world in our own little special way. So, on behalf of all of us, stay in your power, stay in your joy, stay loved and lovable, and we will see you very, very soon around the network.